Have you ever felt like you're being watched? Not just by a person, but by a system. Have you ever questioned what you're told, only to be met with a wall of confusion? If so, you're not alone. And there's a book, written over 70 years ago, that captures this feeling perfectly. Today, we are diving deep into George Orwell's masterpiece, *1984 star. Why does this book, published in 1949, still send shivers down our spines? Why do terms like Big Brother, thought police, and doublespeak feel more relevant than ever? Let's explore the chilling world of Oceania and uncover the timeless warnings hidden within its pages. Our story follows Winston Smith, a low-ranking member of the ruling party in London, part of the superstate Oceania. The year is 1984, but the calendar is unreliable. History is constantly rewritten. The party, led by the enigmatic and all-powerful Big Brother, controls every aspect of life. Their slogan echoes everywhere: war is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. Winston works at the Ministry of Truth, but his job is to create lies. He alters historical records to match the party's ever-changing narrative. If the party says they were always allied with Eurasia, Winston makes it so, even if they were at war with them just yesterday. This constant manipulation of reality is a core theme. It's not just about lying, it's about destroying the very concept of objective truth. And how does the party enforce this? Through constant surveillance. Telescreens, two-way televisions, are in every home and public space. They watch you, they listen to you, and you can never turn them off. The thought of privacy is a distant memory. This creates a state of perpetual fear. Even a flicker of dissent in your facial expression could be a face crime. The thought police are always watching, ready to vaporize anyone who dares to think independently. Vaporization means you cease to exist. You're erased from history, from memory, as if you were never born. This is the world Winston inhabits. But deep inside him, a spark of rebellion flickers. He secretly buys a diary, an act punishable by death. In its pages, he scribbles down with Big Brother. This is his first act of defiance, a desperate attempt to reclaim his own mind in a world that demands total conformity. He knows it's a death sentence, but he can't stop. He starts to remember a time before the party, a time when truth was real, when love wasn't a political act. Winston's rebellion escalates when he meets Julia. She works in the fiction department and at first, Winston fears her. She seems like the perfect, zealous party member. But one day, she secretly slips him a note. It says, "I love you." This single act shatters Winston's isolated world. Their affair is not just about passion, it's a political rebellion. In a society where loyalty is owed only to the party, love and personal connection are the ultimate betrayals. They find secret places in the countryside and in a rented room above an old antique shop to be together, carving out a small, temporary pocket of freedom. Their sanctuary is the room above Mr. Charrington's shop, a place filled with relics from the past, things the party has tried to erase. For Winston, these objects are a tangible link to a world where individuality existed. He and Julia dream of a future where they can be free, where they can love openly. They even make contact with a man named O'Brien, a high-ranking inner party member who Winston believes is part of an underground resistance movement called the Brotherhood. Winston has been fascinated by O'Brien for years, sensing a shared intelligence and a hidden dissent. O'Brien seems to confirm Winston's hopes, giving him a copy of the book, a legendary text by Emmanuel Goldstein, the supposed enemy of the state, which explains the true nature of the party's power. For Winston, this is the key. He believes he has finally found the truth and allies to fight for it. But this is where the story takes its most terrifying turn. The hope was a trap. The sanctuary was a lie. A hidden telescreen was in their room all along. Mr. Charrington, the kindly old shopkeeper, reveals himself to be a member of the thought police. Winston and Julia are captured. They are taken to the dreaded Ministry of Love, the place where there is no darkness. This isn't a typical prison. Its purpose is not to punish, but to break the human spirit completely. Winston is subjected to relentless physical and psychological torture. And who is his chief tormentor? None other than O'Brien, the man he trusted. O'Brien explains the party's true philosophy. The party doesn't seek power for any greater good. They seek power for its own sake. Power is not a means. It is an end, he tells Winston. The goal is a world of pure power, where the individual is crushed and the party is eternal. O'Brien systematically dismantles Winston's mind. He tortures Winston until he accepts that 2 plus 2 can equal 5 if the party says so. It's not about forcing him to say it. It's about making him believe it. The torture has 3 stages: learning, understanding, and acceptance. Winston learns the party's doctrines. He comes to understand their motives. But the final stage, acceptance, is the hardest. One part of Winston still holds out. He still loves Julia. He has betrayed her in every way, confessed to everything, but in his heart, he still loves her. This final flicker of humanity must be extinguished. So, O'Brien takes Winston to the infamous Room 101. Room 101 is different for everyone. It contains your single greatest fear, the one thing you cannot bear. For Winston, it's rats. O'Brien straps a cage full of starving rats to Winston's face, preparing to let them devour him. In this moment of ultimate terror, Winston breaks completely. He screams, "Do it to Julia. Do it to Julia. Not me. Julia. I don't care what you do to her. Tear her face off, strip her to the bones. Not to me. Julia. Not me." And with that, his spirit is shattered. He has betrayed the one person he loved. He has saved himself by sacrificing her. His rebellion is over. After his release, a broken man, Winston briefly sees Julia again. They are both changed, hollowed out. They confess they both betrayed each other. The feeling between them is gone, replaced by indifference. The party has won. The final scene is haunting. Winston is sitting in the Chestnut Tree Cafe, a place for disgraced former party members. He's drinking victory gin, watching a news report on the telescreen. He looks up at the enormous poster of Big Brother. The struggle is finished. He had won the victory over himself. He loved Big Brother. So, what are the lessons of *1984*? First, the danger of totalitarianism. Orwell shows us a world where the state has absolute control over every aspect of human life. It's a stark warning against sacrificing freedom for a false sense of security. Second, the manipulation of truth and language. The party's tool of newspeak is designed to narrow the range of thought. If you don't have the words to express a rebellious idea, you can't have the idea itself. Doublespeak, holding 2 contradictory beliefs at once, becomes a way of life. This is a powerful reminder to think critically about the information we consume and the language used to present it. And finally, the importance of individuality and memory. Winston's rebellion began with trying to remember the past and asserting his own thoughts. The novel argues that our personal memories, our connections to others, and our inner lives are the last frontiers of freedom. Once those are conquered, we lose what makes us human. *1984* isn't just a dystopian novel. It's a psychological thriller and a political treatise. It's a book that forces us to look at our own world and ask uncomfortable questions. How much of our lives are monitored? How is language used to shape our opinions? Are we willing to question the official narrative? Orwell's vision is bleak, but it's not a prophecy. It's a warning. It's a call to cherish our freedom of thought, to protect the truth, and to never, ever stop questioning. Because the moment we stop, the world of Big Brother gets one step closer to reality. Thanks for watching this deep dive into *1984*. If you found this analysis interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos on literature that changes the way we see the world. Let me know in the comments what you think is the most terrifying aspect of the book. See you next time.